Hey everybody, it's Kathy Heath. I know it's been a very long time since I've communicated with you either by video or email. Um, I've been MIA, I admit it. But that's why I'm recording this video today. I wanted to let you know, first of all, that I'm back. And second of all, I wanted to kind of give you just a little thumbnail sketch of what's been going on the last 2 years that's kept me, kind of quiet and, underground, if you will. About 2010, I believe it was, I recorded a video about when life lifes you, okay? And in that video, I talked about the fact that there was something going on for a few weeks and that I wasn't as visible on Facebook and I wasn't, on camera for a few weeks and that kind of thing, but that I was doing things behind the scenes to move my business forward. And I encouraged, people that even when they're dealing with the struggles of life to do what they had to do to continue to move their business forward on a daily basis. That was when my mom initially got sick and was in the hospital and came to live with me, and she's been here ever since. Fast forward to 2014, and that summer, some pretty significant things happened in my family, and quite literally, I felt like my world was crashing down around me. I had this huge weight that I was carrying, in addition to taking care of my mom, who is still living with me, but that was the summer that she started taking a turn for the worse, in addition to all this other stuff that was going on. And with all the stress I was under, with all everything that I was dealing with, quite frankly, I did not have the energy to do anything else except get through each day. I took care of my mother. I took care of, like meal preparation and laundry. And it's sad to say, I wasn't even taking care of myself. I wasn't eating properly. I could barely sleep at night, or I was so exhausted I fell into bed, one of the two. It was just a culmination of all the stress that I was under. But during that time, the one thing that I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt is that God would get me through it. I hung on to my faith, the faith that has been such a part of me since I was very, very young, knowing that eventually this would pass, that God would get me through it, and that there would be blessings on the other side. During that time, and I need to say that I honestly believe that these people were sent to me with words of encouragement and such, that there were a handful of very close friends and colleagues, people that I have met in the home business space, who took the time to let me know that they cared, who took the time to reach out and see how I was doing, who said things to me like, Kath, it doesn't matter how long it takes, we know you're going to be back. Kath, we know you have something special to give. We know that you have a voice that needs to be heard. I mean, these are the kinds of things they were saying to me while I didn't have the energy to, put on makeup. It was, and I honestly believe that those folks were sent to me by a divine intervention, because I know for a fact that I have a specific purpose for being here. I know that I am meant to help other people. I know that I have a voice that needs to be heard, and I'm so very grateful that now I can stand up and say, here I am. I'm ready to be heard. I'm ready to help you. It's a phenomenal feeling when you've been when you've been so down, flat out, when life not only lifes you but kicks you in the gut, to be able to come out on the other side of it and look back and know that you were brought through that for a reason. And what I'd like to leave you with today is part of what I believe that reason is. And that is to tell you that when life lifes you, and it's going to, trust me, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter what your status is or if you're on the leaderboards or any of that stuff. Life is going to life you because that's life. When it does, I pray for your sake that it doesn't life you so hard that it knocks you down. But if it does, my message to you is don't let it take you out. Because there is another side. You can crest that mountain. And you can get past whatever struggle you will have. If you're not on my mailing list, I encourage you to go over to kathyheath.com, fill out that little opt-in form, and get on my mailing list. I am going to be sending out some things to my list that may help you, things that I've learned over the last couple of years, things that I honestly believe need to be shared with especially people in the home business space, because we tend to be isolated. You know, we're working at home and we're here by ourselves, and we're not, you know, physically interacting with people on a daily basis, like folks who go to a job are. So specifically, I'm keeping those folks in mind, because I know how lonely it can be sometimes, and you think you're the only one, but trust me, you're not. So if that's you, if that sounds like it might be you, hop on my list, go to kathyheath.com, fill out the form, and I look forward to communicating with you by video and by email from now on. So until next time, take care.